families. Hey, everybody. It is Melina Amusa, okay? Your champion of learning and empowerment and development by any means necessary. So I want to check in with you about this idea of universal right to learn. And this is particularly pertaining to my very young children between the ages of 2 and 5. It is so important for them to get their 1, 2, 3s and their ABCs. It is their right to not only to be able to count, but to be able to recognize the number symbols, okay? But also to be able to write them and spell them. This is their universal human right to learn the 1, 2, 3s and the ABCs. Now, part of the challenge and the reason why so many children are not reading at their grade level and beyond is because a lot of our curriculum standards have been scaled down so that everybody can meet the benchmarks. So what that means is that instead of your preschooler learning how to count to 1,000, which they're totally capable of, the benchmark is only for them to count to 20. So when we set those standards a little bit lower, what happens is children are not encouraged to reach past them, okay? So I want to let you know it is going to be incumbent on me and you to continue to push our children forward. First, we have to give them a standard foundation of the 1, 2, 3s. So if you go to my jaifunde.com website, you will be able to download a universal curriculum for the numbers 0 through 10 and beyond for you to start teaching your 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old how to write those numbers, recognize them, count them, because that is going to be the basis of adding, multiplying, subtracting, doing pre-algebra, geometry, calculus, and advanced processes with those numbers, okay? So it is over 80 pages of activities. It also includes a lesson plan over the course of 4 weeks so that you could give your child that universal education in those numbers. Once they complete that after 4 weeks, you can go beyond and start diving into bigger numbers. That's 10 to 1,000,000, all right? But also, one of the key teaching practices that have worked for me is even if you're just teaching your child the first 5 numbers, so the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or the first 6 numbers, it is so important for them to hear you counting past those numbers. So always take your child up a notch, count by 5s all the way up to 500, count by 10s all the way up to 1,000, count by 100s all the way up to 10,000, count past 20, okay? Let them practice counting just from 25 to 50 and then 55 to 100. We have to give them those new levels at the same time as we give them the foundations. Also, it is very important to teach your child how to count backwards, okay? It could be backwards from 100, from 50, from 20, from 10, from 5. But also we have to teach them skip counting very early on because that's the basis of multiplication. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, okay, 21. Also, one thing that I threw in with my oldest daughter is counting negative. So that is past 0 going negative. So not going forward, but going negative. So that's -1. So you can ask them, okay, so what is the number that comes before 0? And you can say -1. Anywho, go to jaifunde.com, that's JAIFUNDE, and get this universal pre-K curriculum for our 1 through 10 numbers, okay, 0 through 10 numbers. And from there, we're going to keep building and building and building and making sure that your child is supplemented with everything that they need to become masters of their minds, okay? All right, it's so good chatting with you, and we're going to have more to come. Have a good day and stay empowered because our children are geniuses in the making, aren't they? All right, have a good one.